Hey, it's me. It's Mike. I'm ready to go. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. We got Gary. Saying hi to Fake Human. That's always nice. And Gary saying hi to Guru Ma. So that's good. Gary's got his popcorn. He's ready to go. Gonna do some learning. Do some learning. And we got Guru Ma. Guru Ma here. All right. Good to see you, Gary. Guru Ma. We got Scam. Scam is good. It's good to see you here. We got N. We got N. Good to see you. And Fake Human. Good to see you here. Jolene. Hey, everyone's here. Man, this is great. I guess, we're going to get going in a second. Just before I get to the opening, just for warming up, let's see if we can get to what do we got? Let me see what I can find. Just for fun here. Here we go. Weird Planet. Good to see you, Weird Planet.
Manipulate. Fuck you.
There you go. There's your Raganuga Bhakti. Hey, Weird Planet. Good to see you. So I guess she's learning to swear, blow her nose, just like her guru. And I guess that's what you call Raganuga Bhakti. That's how you know. That's how you know they're full of shit. They're not advanced devotees. They're not ecstatic. They're nothing. But I hope every single one of them is here so they can learn. So they can learn about Raganuga Bhakti from Prabhupada and from Sri Mukunda, Bhakti Venmo, Sri Mukunda. They can learn something. So I hope each and every one of them comes in here. Fat Freddy, all of them. Loser Palooza, Lalita Gunga, douchebag himself. I hope they're all here. I'm going to give them some time to get here so they can learn something. So they can learn from Prabhupada and not from this douchebag who thinks he's smarter than I told him. He's not smarter than me. And I'm nobody, okay? I'm nobody, and I know. At least I know. Yeah, I know. He can fool these ISKCON rejects. He can't fool me. So I'm gonna learn him a thing or two, and all his followers, if they come in here, they're gonna learn. They're gonna learn the truth about what a scammer he is, and they're gonna learn it from Srila Prabhupada. They'll learn it from Prabhupada himself. We can all read English. We all speak English. We all can read English. We don't need a douchebag to explain Prabhupada's books to us. Prabhupada wrote those books. He didn't write them so somebody could explain them to us. Don't kid yourself. So I'm going to give them a few minutes to get their asses in here so they can learn something. If they're smart, if they're smart enough, that's what they'll do. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for sticking it out. I don't know if they're going to come in here or not. They're probably afraid. They're probably afraid to hear the truth. But let's get down to it. Let's. Where am I going to start? I'm going to start with fake human. Yes, running after that Kiwi. The dancing douchebag. Absolutely. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to give you a summary. If they're here, if there's any of them are here, I don't know if any of them are here yet. Excuse me, but I know they all watch, and I know he watches. And anybody who's in that cult, Radhe, or any of them, or any of you out there that are in ISKCON, and you don't know what's going on. You don't know. I'm going to show you. So okay. So look. Without any further ado, man. So basically, this is it. I did. It says 6 in the chat. Okay, so maybe a couple of them are here. I don't know. But I know they watch. I know they monitor. I know they do, and I know he does. He watches everything I do. So eventually he's going to hear this. But basically, this is for his followers, because he doesn't. He's a narcissist. He doesn't care, and he's not going to give a fuck. But maybe this will wake up some of his followers, like that Radhe said. She goes, I don't know about these books. I don't know about these stories. She doesn't know what's in these books. There's Lalita Ganga. She doesn't know what's in these books. They don't know what Prabhupada says, but I do. I've known from the beginning. I wasn't going to waste my time with this shit, but I just figured, let's just go ahead and do this, because this Radhe wants to get out, and maybe there's a bunch of other Radhes in there too. Maybe there's a bunch of Radhes in there, and maybe they'll end up over here. They'll end up seeing this, and they'll end up knowing the truth about this guy and what Prabhupada says. So we'll see. So anyway, I've been doing some research on Raganuga Bhakti from Prabhupada's books, so I could put this together. Not hard. Let me tell you, it's not hard. But basically, this Guru Ma, you're going to learn something too, so you won't be fooled. So nobody will be fooled. So nobody should ever be fooled by a Gaurahari or a Lalita Ganga or any of these freaks. Okay, so I put this together, and basically, Prabhupada's, I kind of summarize this. Prabhupada's conclusions on Raganuga Bhakti, which is spontaneous devotional service. In his books, his lectures, and his letters, it says that Raganuga Bhakti is the ultimate goal of sadhana, but it must never be prematurely imitated. Okay, and he stresses that over and over, not to imitate Raganuga Bhaktas, the inhabitants of Vrindavan. And he says it over and over. He says it so many times that I can't believe that anybody who says that they've read Prabhupada's books would fall for this bullshit. That's how I know that they've never read Prabhupada's books. Prabhupada, it says here, because I looked it up, and I use this to put my thoughts together. It's just so much easier. It says here that Prabhupada, he aimed to protect Gaudiya Vaishnav from sahajiyaism, which is what Gaurahari is. Gaurahari and a lot of these fake gurus, they want to take Prabhupada's books, they want to just cheapen it. This is what Jayatirtha did. This is what Hridayananda wants to do. This is what Prabhupada warned against. Okay, Prabhupada warned against doing exactly what he's doing. Okay. Hey, good for you. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Hey, Jenna Morton, good to see you. Okay, so a lot of you ex-devotees that have read the books, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is all familiar to you. But for a lot of you that have never read books and don't know what this is, I'm going to give you a crash course in what Prabhupada says about Raganuga Bhakti. This is basically it. So, so sahajiyaism is cheap, emotional, or superficial imitation. It's exactly what they're doing. It's exactly what Lalita Ganga is doing and what this Guru Hari does and what they all do. This is what he's teaching. To just cheap emotionalism, cheap sentimentalism, this cheap laughing and crying, that's it. And Prabhupada was trying to protect his institution from this and his followers from this. So to try to say that you're teaching from Prabhupada's books and then to be promoting something that Prabhupada was teaching against is deceitful, it's dishonest, it's scamming. It's scamming, it's the whole thing. It's con artist, it's bait and switch, it's bullshit. Okay, so what is the relationship between Vaidhi and Raganuga, which is what they keep saying over and over. This Lalita Ganga, she wants to say, oh, the Vaidhis, as if there's Vaidhis and there's Raganugas, okay? Like there's two different, there's the path of Vaidhi and there's the path of Raganuga, right? Which makes sense if you don't know what Prabhupada's teaching. If you don't know what Prabhupada's teaching, you would say, okay, yeah, there's Vaidhis that do this, and there's Raganugas, which are the inhabitants of Vrindavan. And that's what Guru Hari wants you to believe. But that's not what Prabhupada's teaching. That's not what Prabhupada's teaching. Prabhupada taught that Raganuga Bhakti is not a separate path from Vaidhi Bhakti. It's not a separate path, as Guru Hari wants you to believe. He taught that it's the natural, matured evolution of Vaidhi Bhakti. He taught that in his, okay, so he explains in a lecture in Bombay, 1975, Prabhupada stated, Vaidhi Bhakti means discharging devotional service under regulative principles. So without Vaidhi Bhakti, you cannot jump to the Raga Bhakti. You cannot. You cannot do it. Prabhupada says you can't do what this guy is doing. You can't do what these guys, what Lalita's doing and Fat Freddy and all. You can't do that. Prabhupada is saying right here, you cannot jump to this. You cannot just skip the rules and regulations and say, I'm doing Raganuga. I'm just going to jump to the... No. Prabhupada never says to do that. It's just not in his books. It's not in his teachings. He teaches against that. Prabhupada explains in the Nectar of Devotion that only through Vaidhi Bhakti, one's natural inclination is gradually awakened. And that is called spontaneous attraction or Raganuga Bhakti. Only through Vaidhi Bhakti. It's not like you can just jump to it. I mean, if you could just jump to it, Prabhupada would have said, let's just cut to the shit and just go right to laughing and crying. Okay, that is not what Prabhupada is teaching. It's just not in his books anywhere. And I request Guru Hari to show me where he says that. Show me where Prabhupada says, yeah, you can perform Raganuga Bhakti without being initiated into the parampara, where you can have a dream and become a Raganuga Bhakti. Where does Prabhupada say that anywhere in his books? That anyone can just skip over. No, he says you cannot skip over. If you can't do Vaidhi Bhakti, What makes you think that you're on the level of spontaneous Raganuga Bhakti? I mean, you've got it backwards. And Prabhupada preaches against that. Prabhupada preaches against this jumping over. He preached it in almost every lecture and almost every book, page, chapter, canto, verse. He criticized people who tried to just jump right to Krishna's intimate pastimes or Chaitanya's pastimes without mastering the Bhagavatam, without doing Vaidhi Bhakti. He never came and said, yeah, you can just jump right over it. Don't even, yeah, I'm gonna translate all these books, 40, 50 books, volumes and volumes of books teaching all of this stuff. But you know what? That's not even necessary. You don't even need to read these books. Just have a dream, laugh and giggle, and you can be the most advanced devotee on the planet, and you can put down everybody else that you want. Just put them all down. Call them stupid, call them idiots, call them this and that, all because you want to pretend to be something that you're not. Prabhupada taught true Raganuga Bhakti requires a transcendental greed, which only manifests cleanly once a devotee reaches the stage of nishta, ruchi, where lust and material attachments are largely vanquished. He said, you got to be a mature, pure devotee. He says the advanced devotee. At what higher level? There's no higher level. I know he says he's on a higher level than Prabhupada. He says he's on. Well, he has to. He has to say that Prabhupada didn't come to teach what he's teaching. Well, where did you learn it from? Because Prabhupada didn't teach it. So where did you learn it? You learned it in a dream? And then Prabhupada okayed it, which goes against everything Prabhupada says in his books. So let's read a little bit of what Prabhupada says, and I'll show you exactly where this Gora hoodie guy goes wrong. I'm going to show you exactly where he goes wrong. I don't want to skip over anybody. Okay. The end of greed and anger and delusion. Yeah, well, he's not in the stage of firm steadiness, nishta. He's not in nishta. He's not in ruchi. He has no taste. And he has anger. He's not calm. He's not steady. He has a potty mouth. He has a vulgar mouth. I do too. I ain't no guru, and I'm not claiming to be the most advanced guru status, spiritual leader, religious leader, talking to God. I know who the demons are, and I know what God wants. And then he's talking about motherfucker. And then he's talking like this. I mean, come on, let's get serious. And then he's talking like this.
You're a fucker, man. You're fucked up, motherfucker, man. Fucker, man. You're a fucking prick and asshole. I hate your fucking blasphemy, Prabhu.
Okay, so does that sound like someone who's conquered his senses, who's on the most advanced level? Someone who talks like that? Okay, Prabhupada. Yeah, yes, you are. You're Guru Ma. You're Guru Ma. Okay, so let me just show you from Prabhupada's books here. Let me read a little bit. Bhakti Venmo. I'm going to teach you guys. I'm going to teach Gora Hoodie's followers, whether they learn or not. I don't know, because they're caught up in a cult, so they're not going to learn. I'm going to show them what Prabhupada says. Even though I disagree with Prabhupada, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to. Okay, so this is from This is from the Nectar of Devotion. This is from the Nectar of Devotion. It says the varieties of love for Krishna. And it says, fake human, you can put your thing up, bedtime stories with Mike. Hey, Snoggle, good to see you. Good to see you here. So I hope Guru Hari's people are watching and listening so they can learn something. They can actually learn something. Prabhupada says, in the attitude of the denizens of Vrindavan, such as Nanda Maharaj or Mother Yashoda, is to be found the ideal transcendental concept of being the father and mother of Krishna, the original personality of Godhead. Practically no one can become the father or mother of Krishna, but a devotee's possession of such transcendental feelings is called love of Krishna in parental relationship. The Vrishnis, Krishna's relatives at Dwarka, also felt like that. So spontaneous love of Krishna in the parental relationship is found both amongst the denizens of Dwarka, who belong to the dynasty of Vrishni, as well as amongst the inhabitants of Vrindavan. Spontaneous love of Krishna is exhibited by the Vrishnis, and the denizens of Vrindavan is eternally existing in them. In the stage of devotional service, where regulative principles are followed, there is no necessity of discussing this love, for it must develop itself at a more advanced stage. Persons desiring to follow in the footsteps of such eternal devotees of the Lord, such as the Vrishnis and Vrindavan denizens, are called Raganuga devotees, which means that they are trying to attain to the perfection of those devotees. These Raganuga devotees do not follow the regulative principles of devotional service very strictly, but by spontaneous nature, they become attracted to some of the eternal devotees, such as Nanda or Yashoda, and they will try to follow in their footsteps spontaneously. There is a gradual development of ambition to become like a particular devotee, and this activity is called Raganuga, and that is where this douchebag stops. He doesn't continue on. If he continues on, Prabhupada says, we must always remember, however, that such eagerness to follow in the footsteps of the denizens of Braj is not possible unless one is freed from material contamination. In following the regulative principles of devotional service, there is a stage which is called anartha vritti, which means the disappearance of all material contamination. Sometimes it is found that someone is imitating such devotional love, but factually he is not freed from the anarthas or unwanted habits. It has been seen that a so-called devotee proclaims himself a follower of Nanda, Yashoda, or the gopis, while at the same time his abominable attraction for mundane sex life is visible. Such a manifestation of divine love is mere imitation and has no value. When one is actually spontaneously attracted to the loving principles of the gopis, there will be found no trace of any mundane contamination in his character. Therefore, in the beginning, everyone should strictly follow the regulative principles of devotional service, according to the injunctions of the scriptures and the spiritual master. Only after the stage of liberation from material contamination can one actually aspire to follow in the footsteps of Vrindavan. It is said by Srila Rupa Goswami, when one is actually liberated from material contamination, he can always remember an eternal devotee in Vrindavan in order to love Krishna in the same capacity. This is what I'm talking about. You got to know what Prabhupada says. Prabhupada says people like this Guru Hari are fakers and frauds and phonies. And you shouldn't have anything to do with them. Nothing. Zero. Zip zero nothing. Because he's scamming you. He's never done no Vaidhi Bhakti. He's never done bullshit. He wants to talk shit about all these gurus that I talk shit about, but he ain't nothing compared to them. He's never written a book. He's never distributed a book. He's never opened a temple. He can't write his own book. He can't explain Raganuga Bhakti in his own words without reading Prabhupada's books, but he's not going to read this. He's not going to read this. He's not going to read about Prabhupada when Prabhupada told them to stop reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita and getting together and pretending that they're associates of Lord Chaitanya and doing exactly what Gaurahari's doing. Prabhupada said, don't do that. Misinterpreting everything, twist and spin for his dysfunctional emotional imbalance. Absolutely. And this pod guy was one of the guys that was in this Gopi Baba club who was getting together and dressing up like a gopi. Dressing up like a female, like a gopi. And acting like gopis and running around in a sari. And reading Chaitanya Charitamrita and acting like they were in the mood of Radharani and all of this bullshit. And when Prabhupada found out about it, he put a stop to it. He said, what the fuck? He didn't say fuck. He said, what incarnation are you guys doing? Prabhupada never authorized any of this shit. And Gaurahari wants to act like his dream makes it okay. His dream makes it okay. He wants to talk about blaspheming Prabhupada. Who's really blaspheming Prabhupada? I'm speaking the truth about Prabhupada. I'm saying Prabhupada had an 11-year-old wife when he was 22 years old. This Gora hoodie guy, he wants to misrepresent everything that Prabhupada's teaching. He wants to just take a knife to all of Prabhupada's books and just rip them up and say, don't read this shit, just come listen to me. He's the one that's a blasphemer of Prabhupada. He's the one who's disrespecting Prabhupada. And Prabhupada, I was initiated by Yashoda. I'm a Ritvik disciple of Prabhupada. Which evidently that's what Prabhupada wanted. I mean, I can't find anything else that says that Prabhupada wanted anything other than that. If you can find it, show it to me. I don't know. I don't know where it is, but if you can find it, show it to me. So, Prabhupada's more my guru than his guru. His guru's Tamal Krishna. And he wants to claim that he had a dream about Prabhupada. Fuck him and his dream. That's offensive to me and my guru. My guru is Prabhupada. Oh, fuck him. He's saying that my guru, Prabhupada, came to his funky ass in a dream. Fuck him. Offend my guru like that. Hey Tim, how you doing? Good to see you here. Yeah, he's all in on the scam. That's why I'm saying he's just like all these other ones. He's all in on the scam. He's all in on it. Yeah, he's the worst blasphemer to say that Prabhupada came to him in a dream. That's offensive to Prabhupada. Come on, man. That's more offensive than anything I'm saying. Prabhupada himself admits that he had an 11-year-old wife. Prabhupada says that. Prabhupada says, yeah, my wife was 11 years old, and I was 22, and I had sex with her, and she cried and cried and cried, and finally she stopped crying. But that's Prabhupada's own words. And he wants to say, I'm blaspheming Prabhupada by repeating Prabhupada's own words? Fuck him. He ain't no self-realized soul. He ain't no self-realized anything. He is a self-realized piece of shit. I'll tell him to his face. I'm telling him to his face because he's watching this. He watches everything I do. I'm his favorite fucking show. He can't get enough of me. He knows exactly what I'm doing before I even do it. That's how much he's into me. But he's got this Radhe in there and these other people bamboozled thinking he's a guru when he ain't nothing but a big piece of shit. Fuck him. And I'll say it every day, every night. Fucking all fucking day. Fuck Gaurahari. Piece of shit. Okay, so I looked up the Gopi Bhava Club, and this is what I found. This is what I found out. This is what I came up with. It says the historical for those of you that don't know, because I'm sure there's a lot of you that don't know. I'm sure Lalita Ganga doesn't know. She didn't even know what a Brahmin thread is. Fat Freddy, he probably don't know. These people don't know. They think they know more than me. They don't know shit. It says the historical Gopi Bhava Club, and I know some of you devotees know this. Jolynn, Jenna Morton, probably Tim Wallace and Weird Planet, Snoggle. I don't know. Some of you probably know this. The historical Gopi Bhava Club. This was a controversy that took place in June of 1976 during Srila Prabhupada's visit to Los Angeles. A group of about 40 to 50 male and female disciples, I don't know if it was that many, had begun meeting secretly to read advanced, intimate Rasa Leela pastimes and discuss their internal spiritual identities, having been influenced by certain Babajis from Radha Kunda. You hear this? Prabhupada addressed this crisis aggressively. He absolutely did. He kicked these people out through room conversations, morning walks, and written letters to ensure his movement did not degrade into cheap emotionalism. Exactly what this Gaurahari is doing. Prabhupada did not want this in his movement. He didn't want this cheap bullshit. And there's nothing you can do to tell me that any of these fuckers are pure devotees, self-realized nonsense. Not Gaurahari, not Indra Yumna, not any of them. Okay, so, and this is what Prabhupada wrote. This is from Prabhupada's letters. Damn it. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. This guy pisses me off when he's trying to talk like, oh, you went to the wrong guru. The wrong guru is who? Prabhupada? Prabhupada's the wrong guru? Vipramukya Swami went to the wrong guru? His guru was Prabhupada. You're going to tell me that Vipramukya Swami went to the wrong guru? And that's why he bounced out? Come on, man. Let me see. I got lost here. How lips are you watching? They probably are. They probably are watching. What were these advanced teachings called? I missed it. It's not advanced teaching. This cheap emotionalism, this pretending to laugh and cry is called sahajiism. It's this cheap bullshit. It's bullshitism. Prabhupada didn't want this. If this is the goal of life, if this is what Chaitanya was teaching, why didn't Prabhupada teach it? He says, Gora Hoodie says, Prabhupada didn't come to teach this. Well, Prabhupada could have. Why didn't he? Why didn't he? He didn't want to. He said not to. He said not to follow people like you. He said, you guys are bullshit. You want to keep saying that Prabhupada didn't come to teach us. Prabhupada came. He could have taught us. He says right here, this is what Prabhupada wrote. I have received information that some of our devotees are mixing with these Babajis in Vrindavan. This has produced so many problems. This will create havoc in our society, and the result will be that if this is allowed to go on, our preaching work will be greatly hampered. Prabhupada didn't want devotees doing what this Gaurahari is doing for this exact reason. Prabhupada said, he said, addressing the group's cultivation of Gopi Bhava, or this Raganuga Bhakti, whatever, Prabhupada declared, first deserve, then desire. Be a Vaidhi Bhakti first. See, he doesn't understand that Raganuga Bhakti is Raganuga Bhakti is the natural progression of Vaidhi Bhakti. And that when we're doing Vaidhi Bhakti, if we're following the rules and regulations properly, when we start to have just spontaneous engagement, and we can enjoy, laugh and cry, and enjoy spontaneously at any time, spontaneously. Like the inhabitants of Vrindavan, who when they heard Krishna's flute would just stop what they were doing and they'd go. They didn't have to do anything else. But we're not them. And if we want to, what Prabhupada is saying is, if we want to be like them, we got to follow the path. We got to do it right. We can't just dream our way there. Says it's all bullshit. Yeah, you can dream your way there. Dreaming there, whatever. I mean, you can do it. Yeah, this Gaurahari can dream his way there, just like anybody else can dream their way there, because it's all bullshit. But just say that you're doing that. Say, hey, I'm not following Prabhupada. I'm not following Prabhupada. I'm just dreaming, and I got my own thing going. Do that. But don't say that this is what Prabhupada wanted because you had a dream. That's just scamming. That's just outright scamming and blaspheming Prabhupada. And that's what Prabhupada didn't want. And here's more of what Prabhupada did not want. This is what Prabhupada did not want. Unsanctioned meetings. He strictly forbade private exclusive groups from meeting to study high-level rasa shastras. He didn't want devotees doing what this Gaurahari is doing. He just didn't want it. Exclusion of Radhakunda Babajis. He prohibited ISKCON members from taking spiritual direction or Siddha Deha instruction from Babajis. He didn't want Gaurahari going to the Radhakunda Babajis. Now, why would he come to him in a dream? Explain it. Can't do it. I just can't do it. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Yes, and in the same way, Gaurahari masquerades as Lord Chaitanya's amazing grace place. Meanwhile, all they do is badger this poor woman. They just badger her and badger her. It's not graceful. It's not merciful or graceful. It's a friggin'. It's ridiculous. Okay. Prabhupada put the emphasis on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's example. He demanded that his students look at how Lord Chaitanya acted externally, playing the part of a strict, humble sannyasi, rather than trying to artificially adopt Radharani's bhava. So, this is the truth about what Prabhupada is teaching. Hey, Aviator, how you doing? Good to see you. And Dr. T returns. Good to see you. And who else did I miss? Howard Johnson. Absolutely good to see you. Yeah, it's absolutely. It's called sahajiaism. That's cheap. Sahajiaism is exactly what Gorahari is doing. He takes it cheaply. He says, "Hey, I can have a dream. I don't have to be a guru. I don't have to be initiated. I don't have to be in the parampara. I can just have a dream. You don't. I don't have to follow anything. I don't have to worship any deities. I don't have to follow any rules or regulations. I don't have to follow. I don't have to do anything that Prabhupada says to do. I can just read from his books the parts I want to read, and then I can just laugh and cry and pretend to be an advanced devotee, because that's all he's doing is pretending. He's just pretending to be an advanced. I'm advanced. I'm advanced. I'm advanced. Yeah, hey, good to see you. I don't know if I saw you already. Good to see you. Safe to say, oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I mean, I think he's on the warpath, but I don't care. I don't give a fuck. The guy's a scammer. The guy's a con artist, and he's a blasphemer of Prabhupada. He's a blasphemer of Prabhupada. So if any of you out there that are still in ISKCON, just know that this guy is blaspheming Prabhupada. I'm blaspheming Prabhupada too, evidently. But this guy is too. Meanwhile, he's pretending to be a devotee. I'm not even pretending. I'm not pretending to be a devotee, and I'm blaspheming Prabhupada. But this Gorahari, this guy, this douchebag, where is he? This guy. Yeah, I was watching. I don't know. I was watching one of his streams. I think it was the last one. I think you were in there, and a few other people were in there, giving him a hard time. They were giving him a hard time. Hey, AJ, good to see you. A few people were in there giving him a hard time, and you know what? I'm just gonna say this. If you care about those people that are in there, I mean, if you care about Radhe and you care about any of those people in there, I would say go over to his live streams, subscribe to his channel, and go in there and try to get those people out. Try to get those people out. That's what I say. Let him ban you. Let him ban you. I don't, so what? But I would say, go over to his thing and subscribe and let him know that he's not fooling. He's not fooling anybody. Should have said ma. Yeah, I don't know what that means. But Prabhupada argued that the Sahajis jumped straight to the most confidential pastimes of Krishna, specifically the Rasa Leela, without undergoing any of the. Yeah, right. He didn't like them doing what he's doing. He's trying to imitate Chaitanya and the associates of Lord Chaitanya. And he's trying to claim that he's a pure devotee, self-realized soul, and yeah, absolutely, yeah, and it's none of that. It's none of that. It's this.
You're a fucker, man. You're fucked up, motherfucker, man. Fucker, man. How you're a fucking prick and asshole. I hate your fucking blasphemy, Prabhu.
I mean, does that sound like a pure devotee, self-realized soul? Does that sound like something the Dalai Lama would say, or something a spiritual leader? Is that something a spiritual leader would say? Even joking? I know. I wish he would just enter into a deity and that's it. Just enter into a deity and shut up. Yeah, can you do that? Can you just do that? So I just good talk. Well, hey, yeah, I know. If there's anything I know, I spent 20 years in this friggin' cult. If there's anything I know this. I'm telling you, you can't spend 20. I couldn't spend 20 years doing something, reading as much as I was, watching as much as I was, listening, hearing lectures and chanting and traveling and all that for 20 years. I was studying. I was like, some people like Rod Hay or Jenna Moore, not Jenna Moore, I'm sorry, Johnnicky, Goggles, or who's the other one in there? Fat Freddy. They could be ex Hare Krishnas, but they ain't learned. They didn't learn half of what I learned. I was studying. I was 20 years. For me, it was like being in college for 20 years, just reading and listening and reading and studying, reading and learning. You can't tell me anything. And that's why I'm saying I'm not a guru or anything, and I didn't memorize anything. I'm not a memorizer. So I can't memorize. I don't know verses. I can't look, but I know what I heard. I know what I read. I know. It's just so funny. It's so funny to me. Because I know I don't look like, I don't look like a devotee. I don't look like I would know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's why I say, watch the credits and then you'll see me. A 20-year span. You'll see me like the first year I went to India. You'll see me the last year I went to India. You'll see like a 15-year span. Biggest blasphemy. Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to finish up. We're going to cut to this Chaitanya Charitamrita. Because I know that's his favorite book. That's what he likes to read. And I know he's watching. I know he's watching. I know he's learning. He's learning from someone who knows something. I know he's not going to admit it. But I can't help that. Oh, what happened to my screen there? There we go. Okay, I'm back. He's not going to admit. He's not going to admit that he's learning anything. But he is. Okay, so this is and I know he probably reads this, but he probably doesn't read the purports or anything, or he probably doesn't understand them. So this is Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 22, chapter 22, verse 156, 157. Okay, Agora hoodie. Let me put my little thing up here. Okay, Bhakti Venmo, Sri Mukunda Swami. It says there are two processes by which one may execute this Raganuga Bhakti: external and internal. When self-realized, the advanced devotee externally remains like a neophyte and executes all the shastric injunctions, especially those concerning hearing and chanting. But within his mind, in his original purified self-realized position, he serves Krishna in Vrindavan in his particular way. He serves Krishna 24 hours a day, all day and night. So there you go. He says, external, internal. When you're self-realized and an advanced devotee, this guy ain't no advanced devotee. Lalita's no advanced devotee. Fat Freddy's no advanced devotee. I'm telling you, I'm more advanced than they are. They don't know what they're talking about. The advanced devotee externally remains like a neophyte and executes all the shastric injunctions, especially those concerning hearing and chanting. But within his mind, in his original purified, self-realized position, He serves Krishna in Vrindavan in his particular way. Next verse. How do I get the next verse? Okay. The advanced devotee who is inclined to spontaneous loving service should follow the activities of a particular associate of Krishna's in Vrindavan. He should execute service externally as a regulative devotee as well as internally from his self-realized position. Thus, he should perform devotional service both externally and internally. See if I can get to this next verse. I don't know, my computer is not, it's just not cooperating for some weird reason. I hate it when it does that. How do you hate it when it does that? Gora says he's above. Why? Who put him above? Who did that? How did he get that? How did he get that position? Did anybody ask him that? How? How'd that happen? How'd that happen? I'd like to know how that happened. Did that happen in a dream? Did that happen in a dream? What makes him above any Shastric injunction? How did that happen? In a dream? Does no service to anyone or anything, just vacate. He does nothing. He does nothing. It's all in his head. That's why Prabhupada says these guys are bogus. They're fakers and bogus. That's what Prabhupada says about these Gauraharis. All of them. Absolutely. And he's one of the biggest ones. He's one of the biggest ones. And look, let me show you this. Where is this? Let me show you this guy. Are you ready for this? You ready for this? Watch this. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting this. All of a sudden, something weird happening. My computer.
Podcast. This is episode number 87. A big number. We're fast approaching the number of 100. I have no idea what we're going to do on episode 100. It's going to have to be special.
Centennial.
Yeah. And I'm really grateful to everyone who tunes in from all over the world to listen to our guest. Not listen to me. To listen to our guest and hear what our guest has to say. I'm absolutely delighted to welcome, all the way from Mexico, our guest this week. Please welcome Srila Gaura Hari Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
¿Qué pasa?
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great.
I already love your sense of humor. I was just saying, everyone, to Srila Gaura Hari Prabhu before I started, I've been following him for some time. That sounds a bit cultish, doesn't it? Following him.
Yes, absolutely. Because he pretends to have ecstatic symptoms, then he doesn't have to follow any rules. What do you think of that, church lady? What do you think of that? That because he laughs and cries, he doesn't have to follow any rules. You know, he can do whatever he wants, right? Because he laughs and cries and he had a dream. What do you think of that?
Well, isn't that special?
Isn't that special? Isn't that special? And this idiot's not smart enough to figure out this guy's a phony. This guy can't figure out he's a phony.
Well, I've been following Srila Gaura Hari for some time on social media, and he is quite well known in the Bhakti world, but I'm going to allow him to talk a bit about himself. So, let's just start with a nice, easy question. Tell us a bit about you and where you're from.
Let's see. I was born in New York, and I was raised in California. I'm really nothing really special person to describe anything what's my background, what are my qualifications, stuff. But historically, I was just born in New York, raised in California. My parents were pretty crazy. They're just regular working people, and conditioned by society. And I was brought up and I couldn't stay in school. My parents were always moving, so I don't have any scholastic abilities much. I quit school when I was 15, went to work, and I just was just kind of like that, and and I had no real sense of direction. I just worked, and I had an apartment, had girlfriends, and I looked a little older than normal. I'd go into bars and drink. And let's have sex. What I don't know. The significance that in my life that happened was after that. I was in San Francisco and a psychologist there. I was working there and just going to the bars and just kind of stuff. A psychologist there he said, there's this stuff called LSD. You want to try some? And I said, well, I don't know. Is it okay? Oh, yeah, it's no problem. And he said, look how small it is. And it was like this pill with 4 things. He said, here, just take it all. And it was 4 hits of the drug, LSD. So everything started there. Yeah, it changed everything.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree with him. I agree with him. It messed him up. He took 4 hits of LSD, and it turned him into a fucking freak. I agree. Everything changed. He was a normal person. He took the LSD. It fucked him up. And somehow he met Hare Krishnas, and now he thinks he's a freaking guru. I mean, it would solve that puzzle pretty easy. I mean, that was easy. That was fucking easy. That was easy. Stupid. So stupid, I swear. Let's see.
It all, and it was 4 hits of the drug, LSD. So everything started there. It changed everything. I saw things in different ways, and it just kind of opened me up. And then I had one bad trip that I was really in fear of my life, and that also opened me up in a way where this energy started to manifest in my body. They call it in India the Kundalini energy.
Shinagura Hari's just frozen.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, there you go. You got one numbskull interviewing another douchebag. You got a numbskull interviewing a douchebag. What does it say here? The guy doing the interview, I suspect, is a cover. He interviewed. Yeah, the guy doing the interview, he's another idiot because I've did a whole thing about him. He thinks he's not in ISKCON, yet he's promotes ISKCON, but acts like he's not in ISKCON. and then he has this knucklehead on there who's offensive to Prabhupada. So like, I don't know why this guy would have. After what I read about Prabhupada from Prabhupada about people like this guy, why would this numbskull have this guy on there and be promoting him the next acharya? It says here the next acharya, and that just shows you what an idiot this guy is. Just what an idiot they all are. The criminals in the U.S. run to Mexico to escape justice. They absolutely do. They absolutely do. They hide out in Mexico. Yeah, he's like one of those people who stand outside their halfway house and talks to themselves. Absolutely. He is. He's a friggin' nut. He's a friggin' nut, man. But I'm going to tell you right now, he's dangerous. Look what he's doing to this Radhe. Coming between their marriage, badgering her, teaching this Lolita to be just like him, to be an asshole just like him, and tell people, fuck you. I mean, this is so funny. This interview goes on. This interview is an hour long. Okay, this interview is an hour long. We got 4 minutes into it. 4 minutes. In the West, we call it a breakdown. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, it is a good thing. It's absolutely a good thing. And keep your distance. Don't go back. You don't fall back into this bullshit. Kundalini energy got a hold of him in the live stream. This is such... He's totally gullible, man. The guy is as gullible as it comes. He's totally gullible. He doesn't even realize how deep he is in this bullshit. And the bullshit is all around him. He's up to here in bullshit. And he's oblivious to the whole thing. It's just amazing. He's got tortured women on there, kids on there that were in the Gurukula. He's got survivors. He's got parents that their kids committed suicide on there. He's got women that have been domestic abuse. He's got this Gorahari on there. He's got all kinds of people. He's got this. It's friggin' the Twilight Zone on this guy's show. And he's like, hey, man, we're all into Prabhupada and Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Hare Krishna Project. Today, we're going to talk about how these gurus chop up little babies and eat them. And that's what we do here at the Hare Krishna Project. Join us next week on episode 500, where we're going to talk about how gurus like to rape little kids. Enjoy Hare Krishna, everybody. Jai Prabhupada. That's this guy. That's this guy. That's this guy. It's so stupid. I swear to God, that's who this guy is. That's exactly what this guy is. He used to go to the Brooklyn Temple on Henry Street. Wow, you survived. You can need a shirt that says, I survived a Henry Street Temple. That's what you need a shirt. I survived that. I need a shirt that says, I survived New Dwarka. That's what I need. Gore, he's the biggest scammer. God, he's a big scammer. And the other guy's a big scammer too, because he wants you to think that he's not involved. I'm not involved in this stuff. I'm a neutral. No, you're not neutral. I'm neutral. I'm not neutral, but I'm more neutral than this guy. I'll speak the truth. The truth is neutral. Let's put it that way. The truth is neutral. That's why I don't really talk about my daughter that much, because I don't need to. I just speak the truth. What happened to my daughter is part of the truth, but I don't need to bring her up and say, my daughter. There's enough to talk about. We can talk about gurus getting their heads chopped off. We can talk about gurus with the 84-year-old gurus with their 30-year-old disciple. We can talk about gurus sending dick pics and sexting their disciples on their smartphone. We can talk about gurus like knocking little kids' teeth out of their mouth. We can talk about women being raped every night by their psychopathic husband. We can talk about a lot of stuff. We don't have to talk about what I went through. He's a scammer, but yeah, I think he does. That he does. He drank his own Kool-Aid. He smells his own farts. Absolutely, he's smelling his own farts, and he loves them. He really thinks he's friggin' God's gift to the world. Oh yeah, really? Who's his guru? What guru? What guru they've got? Oh man, I don't know about Hot Lips. I don't know about any of this. I'm gonna tell you, Hot Lips is gonna make an appearance here pretty soon. Yeah, I think LSD. You know, I don't think LSD is the cause of it, but I think LSD set him down the path. LSD set him down the path to this. You know, he may have had a bad trip and decided he needed God. I mean, you know, that's what happens to some people who get really mixed up on drugs, and they hit their low point, and they're like, I need, you know, some kind of intervention. I need God. I need Jesus. I need Christ. I need Krishna. I need Buddha. I need something. You know, I need a higher power. I need, you know, God help me. And he could have had a bad trip and was like, you know, oh, God, please. And the next thing you know, he gets a book. He gets a book. You know, hey, Contentment John, good to see you, man. I'm glad you stopped by. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Okay, so there's that. I mean, if you want to watch that podcast and learn a little bit more about this guy, but I think I gave you a pretty good overview of this guy and what Prabhupada says about this guy. The guys like him and what he's doing. Prabhupada was fully against this bullshit. 100% against this bullshit. And he can claim that he's beyond anything. Fuck that. I can claim that too. I mean, if you just want to claim stuff, if we're just going to talk bullshit and just claim stuff, say, well, I had a dream. You know, I don't need a dream. Hey, Rafael, good to see you, man. Yeah, I don't need a dream. You need a dream, but I don't. I can talk to Krishna without a dream. How's that? How do you like that? And tell me I'm not talking to Krishna. Prove to me. If you don't believe I'm talking to Krishna, that's because you went to the wrong guru. You just don't understand. It's just so stupid. I mean, how stupid you gotta be to believe this guy? If you let the video play a little bit longer, you'll hear about the healer he went to. I don't know if I can take any more. I can only take so much of this guy. Okay, I closed it down. I got rid of it. I'm sorry, I got rid of it. I got rid of it. Okay, I got. Man, that was a whole hour. That was a whole hour. I got some videos I want to show. I got a couple videos I want to show. So this one, I came across this one and I wanted to share it because this is basically reminded me of this is Bhakti Vikash. It reminded me of Bhakti Vikash, and ISKCON gurus. It reminded me of ISKCON gurus, ISKCON in general. But let's just see. I thought it was interesting. I'm not trying to bash anyone's religion, but I think if you got to do this, there's problems. I think you got seriously. I think you got problems with your religion. Okay, here we go.
My mother wears a burqa. My father does it too. I have to wear a burqa. The burqa is blue. The sky over Kabul is also very blue. The blue is from the burqa, burqa, burqa blue.
Don't interrupt. Yeah, don't agitate my manly mind with your female body. And just get out of here. Just get away from me. Put on a cover. Just like, can we put you in a box so we can't even see you? We don't want to see your curves. We don't want to see your shape. We don't want to see your roundness. We don't want to see anything. We don't want to see your pretty face. We don't even want to see your eyes. We don't want to see your lips. We don't want to see anything. We don't want to see your feet, your ankles, nothing. Just cover the fuck up. I mean, it is crazy. This is crazy, but ISKCON is not that far off. It really isn't. Look at that. We don't want to see your hands. We don't want to see your face. We don't want to see your eyes. We don't want to see. Okay, we'll let you peek out. We'll let you peekaboo. No, all of you women together. No way. Oh no. No. That's better. I don't want to see your eyes. No, there's but my loving husband. My husband loves me so much. He doesn't want anyone to see me, and he doesn't even want to see me. He doesn't want to see me. This is how we have sex. We have sex like this. We cut a hole. There's a hole in my burqa. There's a hole in the burqa, and he just kind of, we just kind of do the thing. Then we do the nasty. Justice for Aisha, absolutely. Justice for Aisha, man. I'm telling you, it is crazy. That is crazy. Okay. Okay. Now this goes back. I'm going to show this one video. I'm going to show a little bit of this video because this goes back to some of the Gorahari people that may be watching, especially this Radhe. If Radhe's watching, and I know she's never going to, I know she'll never speak up. She'll never comment because those people are watching. Those people are monitoring. And they're probably monitoring me to see if she's in there. I mean, seriously, it's a cult, okay? I'm serious. It's a cult, and they're probably monitoring what I'm doing to see if she comes in here and says anything. Okay, here we go. Straight from Rafal, man. He knows everything. Bhakti Ananda used to mention that for brahmachari to see a sari hanging out for drying is not auspicious. It can trigger a sexual attraction. Imagine that. Even though I wasn't, it was terrifying. Can you imagine that? You can't even see, don't even look at a fabric that looks like a sari. Like, don't even go to Loy Bazaar where they have the saris hanging out for women, but sari fabric. No. Oh my goodness. I don't want to see. It is so stupid. It is, man. It's like self-deluding. Let me delude myself with mental illness. It's so crazy. It's the whole world got crazy. Where is my thing? Where is the whole world got crazy?
It's the whole world gone crazy! Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you. So, but for any Gorahari followers who are watching, I know that you can't speak up, you can't say anything. I understand that, but I want to give you some help so you can watch this video. And seriously, and this goes for anybody who's in ISKCON. I know it's hard because it's the whole Vaishnav aparad, and that's what gets it. It's a Vaishnav aparad, and it's a trap. It's a goddamn trap. Okay, it's a whole world. It's a goddamn trap.
The whole world gone crazy! Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Going to ISKCON makes you feel so peaceful that you become mentally ill. It's peaceful until you meet people, you start hanging out with them, and you start becoming a devotee. Then there's no peace. There's no peace. And you know that. You know that. Oh man, for a movement preaching, not this body, I would say ISKCONites are very deeply in a body. Oh, they are They are so bodily conscious. A female body, black body, Mexican body, white body. I mean, it's just Indian body, brown body. I mean, that one guy, that's all he talks about is there's too many brown people in ISKCON and not enough white people. There's just not enough white people. Yes, it's a great trap. Or what? Yeah, me too. I was in it for 20 years. It's, okay, so for any of you that are still in there, Gorahari people, if he's watching, he's gonna. They kind of ruins it if he's watching. But you can try. You know, just grow some balls, okay? And Hot Lips Live is singing like Yoko. If she doesn't realize that Prabhupada said that she's a scammer. Prabhupada said she's a scammer. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
It goes boom, 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 I can dance. Boom, 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 yay. He's singing with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay. You go, lady. Boom, 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 yay.
So I want to show you this video of this guy. He's really good. Let me get over here. He's gonna help you with. He's gonna help you get how to handle a narcissist. Here we go.
As we begin today, I want you to think about some of the most common responses you give to a narcissist when that person is acting, well, like a narcissist. You know, that person can come at you with their craving to be in control and they have to be dominant. So they are going to be stubborn toward you, or they can invalidate whatever it is you're saying, or they can mess up the various plans that you have, or they may just show that they hold you in contempt or the people that you care about in contempt. And they just can be a disruptive force in your own personal emotional development. As you respond to those individuals, it's very common that you do so with what we might call an irritability flare-up. You can go into your place of tension and agitation pretty quickly and annoyance. You know, why do you have to be the way that you are?
Things have gotten pretty expensive lately, and
another Hot Lips. There's another Hot Lips for you.
Many times, with that being the case, you'll respond by trying to plead your case. And you ask questions like, why can't you do this? Or let me explain to you why I was doing the way I did. And you want to give them all of your good logic. They're not going to listen to it very well, but sometimes you respond that way anyway. Many times your response draws you into a fruitless discussion. You try to have that long-standing talk about how we're going to define our relationship and where we're going from here, and then you realize this is a debate that sounds a whole lot like some of the other discussions we've had before.
Right, that's exactly what this Radhe. It's exactly what this Radhe went through with this guy. It was the same thing. It's like, didn't we go through this like last week? And we're going through it again. I mean, you asked me the same shit. Hey, Charles Santrobos, thanks for coming back. Good to see you. Good to see you. This is Radhe talking to Gora, and it's gonna happen again. I guarantee it's gonna happen again. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen again.
You can respond by becoming guarded, calculated, and having that walking on eggshells kind of feeling. Sometimes you go into appeasement mode towards that person because it's like, whatever. Sometimes you can respond by going into shutdown mode and you pull back, and then you just can go into your feelings of bitterness or resentment, things of that nature, depression, anxiety. Many times you'll respond by just talking about that person behind their back. This
sounds exactly what this Radhe has been through. She's been through all of this. Going behind his back. She had to come talk to me. She emailed me. She's done all of this. She's withdrawn. She's confronted him. She's done all of these things. Believe me, the problem is not me. The problem is him. The problem is she doesn't want to do it no more. And she doesn't know how to get out. So she's stuck. She's just stuck. But what he's describing is exactly what she has been through. It's amazing. I mean, it really is. That's why I'm saying that if a psychiatrist or a psychologist or these doctors that specialize in mental health were to analyze any of these gurus, the Gauraharis, and these Hridayanandas, and these Indrayumnas, and these Trivikrams, and these Radhanaths, and even like the Swavases and the temple presidents and all of these guys, they would say these guys are nuts. They're either scammers or they're nuts. There's no in between. There's a mixture of scamming and mental illness, absolutely, like a spectrum. But that's what's going on. That's what's going on, and we've seen it. It's like we've seen everything. Like I'm sitting there going, "Yeah, doctor, I know what you're talking about because I watched Radhe go through it."
Now, and by the way, we could add more kind of responses, but I think you kind of get the trend there. I want you to notice that each time you respond in these kinds of ways, and I get it, you're going to have these reactions, but it keeps you tethered to the narcissist. The narcissist, instead of thinking, whoa, since you responded like that, I guess I'm going to clean up my act. They don't do that. Those responses become fuel to their soul. It's like, see, you're proving to me why I have to stay dominant over you. And so they double down on all of their controlling and insensitive kinds of efforts. And not only do they not become any better, they tend to become worse, or they just perpetuate their narcissistic pattern.
Yes, see, that's what I'm saying, Doc. That's what I'm saying, Doc. One of my former friends is in the same situation as Radhe. That's what I'm saying. Radhe's not the only one. Radhe's situation is common. There are a lot of people in the same situation that Radhe is in. A lot. They feel the pressure by their friends. Maybe their family is in it. Maybe their friends, their community. Everyone they know is a Hare Krishna. Maybe they're married to a devotee, and they don't want to do it no more. But their husband is the temple president, or their husband is big book distributor, whatever. And I know there's a lot of them. There's a lot. And they're stuck. They're stuck in it, and they don't know how to get out. And that's why we're here. That's exactly why we're here. So fun making fun of the bona fide sahajiyas. Yeah.
But it also illustrates when you go into these kind of responses that you've got some unfinished business on the inside of yourself that you'll need to come to terms with. And right at the top of the list of your unfinished business is you're clinging to a hope that is not going to come to fruition. You know, anytime that you think to yourself, well, maybe if I speak a certain way or respond in this kind of style or give them a convincing kind of argument, maybe this is going to be the time that they show the cooperation I'm so desperately looking for. Or maybe they're going to give me the kind of affirmation that I was hoping for. Or perhaps this is going to be the time when I get respect, or you're hoping for the possibility of change. I know that we can get there because you yourself are committed to it, but you're hoping that other person will join you. And it just doesn't happen.
And that is what Radhe is doing. She's thinking, maybe this is the time he understands. Maybe this is the time I get through to him. Maybe this is the time it's going to change. Maybe this is the time I won't have to do this anymore. Maybe this is the time when I won't have to make a hostage video. Maybe this is the time when he's going to finally stop badgering. No, it's not going to end. That's what this guy is saying. It doesn't end. And that's what I've been saying. It's not going to end. It's just not. And Doc, it's not going to end with your friend either. It's going to keep going until you break away. That's like with me, with the Tattva Darshan and Yashodanandan and all of these guys that were threatening me and all this stuff. That wasn't going to stop. It wasn't going to stop. And even if I had stayed and I said, okay, I'm with you guys. I changed my mind. I'm with you guys. Even if I had done that, you think anything would have changed? No. I was still the new guy. I still would have been treated like shit. And I still would have been treated like shit after that, because I would have been the traitor. I would have been like, well, you were offensive to Tattva Darshan. You were offensive to this and that. And I would have been the Radhe. I would have been the Radhe of that thing. And it never would have ended with me. I was wise enough to just bounce out. No, I'm bouncing out now. I was wise enough. Thank God. Thank God. Thank the universe. Whatever you want to thank. Thank God. Whatever, that I was wise enough to realize that and just bounce out. Okay, so let me get back to this guy, because he's going to give Radhe. He's going to give her one of the end. He's going to give her an important way to handle this.
And one of the things that I would encourage you to think about is just the sheer numbers of times when you've had these kind of responses. So many times you feel like, well, I guess I could just punch the button and play the replay, and it'll just kind of be a repeat of what we've been through before. Now, you've heard about many people talking about when you're with this narcissistic person, you just need to go no contact with them. And I get it. Sometimes you need to physically remove yourself, particularly if it's going to be totally destructive, or if you have very better alternatives to go to. Sometimes that's not possible, but even so, you can still learn to psychologically go no contact, if you will, by taking the I release you approach as you respond to these people. Now, I'm drawing from some of my information that I've given in years past with my anger workshops. When you feel angry and tense and agitated, you have 5 options, basically. 1 is you can suppress your emotion. 2 is you can be openly aggressive and just go toe-to-toe with that other person. And in doing so, you wind up becoming an unruly person yourself. 3 is you can be passive aggressive as you respond to that person. Those are options. They're not good options. A 4th option, and this is a good one, is you can be assertive. And there are, in fact, times when you'll need to hear yourself stand up for who you are and what you believe. You'll want to stand up for your convictions and put into play consequences and stipulations. That's a part of the way that you can respond to the narcissist. But ultimately, then, number 5, the way you can respond is you can learn to release that person from these false hopes. Recognizing this individual is broken, they don't know how to do life very well, and I'm going to release them to themselves, and I'm going to release myself to a different way of life. Now, in order for you to take this I release you approach, you'll need to have in your mind what I refer to as your higher priorities. I just want you to think, do you have some higher priorities beyond just trying to get along with the narcissist, or trying to get through your day with your behaviors and tasks and all of that? I hope so. For example, when I talk about that, I give
and I sure hope in Radhe's situation that she can just focus on what she wants to do, playing the drums, listening to music, whatever, all those things that she wants to do that has nothing to do with this douchebag. Like, why does he have to have anything to do with her life? If she doesn't want him in her life, then fuck it. He doesn't have to belong in her life. If her husband wants him in his life, then okay. But she shouldn't have to go through this shit every friggin' 4 or 5 days. with this friggin' nut. That's not spiritual life. That's not Raganuga Bhakti. That's not love of God. That's not Krishna Prem. That's none of that shit. That's bullshit. Fucking freak. And all of them, they're all freaks. Badgering that poor woman. What did she do? What did she do to deserve that? She wants to have her own life away from these freaks. And then she's got to pay for it. She got to pay for it with this bullshit. Yeah, offensive. That's how these people are. Offensive to Tattva Darshan. Telling me just like Gorahari, telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not surrendered. I'm just a new. I'm a new guy. Oh, 20 years is new. I don't know. So if I go looking for a car and it's 20 years old, that's a new car. Fucking idiots, man. Okay. Okay. So now let's do something fun. Well, somewhat fun. Let's do something.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination, of imagination, of imagination, of imagination.
So, I don't know if you noticed, but not one of these Gorahari people has had anything to say. Not one of them. Not Loser Palooza, not Fat Freddy, not Duffman.
Duffman's pension has been mismanaged. Oh, yeah.
Not Duffman, not Fat Freddy, none of them. Not Lalita, Ganga, none of them. Oh, and since we're in the dimension of the dimension of imagination. Here we go. Let's look at this.
And that's what many devotees did. Many Christians, they left the church and they think, we are going to read the Bible at home. We still believe in Jesus, but we are not going to church because we don't agree with what's happening there. Sometimes they're right, but not always, because a lot of times people leave for their false ego, or people leave, for instance, ISKCON.
Can you believe this lunatic? You believe that this lunatic is sitting there having some kind of a religious class, and she's going to explain the Bible and Prabhupada's books that she's never read, and she's gonna lecture on the Bible that she's never read, because nobody's read the Bible. The Bible that she's never read, and Prabhupada's books that she's never read, because she admits that she's never read Prabhupada's books. She doesn't even know what a Brahmin thread is, but she's gonna sit there like she's the Guru Ma. She's Guru Ma, man. She's Guru Ma. Look, there she goes, man. There she goes.
Because of what's happening there. Guys like Mike, for instance, who leave, but they leave, they abandon all varieties of religion, but they don't surrender to God. They don't do the second part of that verse. They abandon that religion where they are into, and then they become atheists. And are they happy? No, they are not happy, not at all, They are very sad and bitter and laughing like a devil.
Oh, see, she's another one. She's another. So she's another one who can. She knows who the demons are. She obviously has me living rent free in her mind. She's gotta well, first of all cults have to have an enemy, and so I'm the enemy. I'm the enemy in person, that they can actually say he's the bad guy. All cults love to have a boogeyman that they can hang. Yes, absolutely. She's absolutely that's it, and that's what he's teaching. That is so stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah, this is bitterness, oh, you say that's gosh, no, that's not true. No, you cannot change one type of flowers for another type. Both stink in this formula. No, that's not true. You are judging about things that you don't understand, Mr. Scam.
See, again, this is the scam. This is the narcissism. This is the I know better than you. You don't. Anytime you disagree, it's because you're not as smart as I am. You're just not as not as smart as me. Even though she doesn't know anything. Even though she doesn't know a goddamn thing.
How many times do I have to repeat to you and to all the other demons in your group? You can ask questions. You can really ask questions. There are persons here 9 years in our Sangha. They never ask questions. Sim, for instance, he calls me. Can I call you, Lalit? I say yes, and then he's there with his questions. Very deep questions that he has been thinking about, that he has noticed, and he has.
Can you imagine Gore? Can you imagine Gore Hari and this nut discussing deep questions? Ooh, deep questions. I'm telling you, man, deep. Yeah, Halib's not even wearing Tulsi beads. They don't know how. That's what I'm saying. They've never read Prabhupada's books. They don't have Tilak. They think that they're advanced devotees, that they're so advanced that they don't even have to be devotees. And that's the delusion. And I'm all down with it because they're delusional. If you're in this cult, you're delusional. That's what I'm saying. They're all delusional. And these are a special kind of delusion. It's so funny. If one believes in Jesus and they deny themselves and follow Jesus, she's so she is. They're none of them make sense. None of them make sense.
Observed, and he tried to understand himself, and he said, no, it's not working. Maybe you can help me, because he's involved with this. He's interested, It's always from the same persons that I receive questions. Today, Pani asked me questions in Guru's class, There are persons who never ask me anything, What does that mean,
Someone should ask her. Someone should ask her, what does Prabhupada mean when he says that devotees should not be doing what you guys are doing? Someone should ask her that. She's going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. Because she doesn't. Yeah, absolutely. Devotee in the dimension of delusion. Absolutely, man. She is so delusional. She's basically, she's just basically, here we go.
This is a completely different form. We abandon we surrendered unto.
I like this one better though. This one is really much. This one is much better.
manipulate. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I love it. It's so great. It is so great. It's just, fuck you. Fuck you. It's too funny. This is too funny. Okay, I want to show, I want to show a couple of videos here. Let's get serious. Okay, let's get serious. Let's get serious here. Let's get serious. What do we got? What do we got here? What is this? What is this here?
Hare Krishna, just a goodbye to everyone who's been watching our program down here in Woodstock 2017 in Poland. We're just breaking down now, setting up, doing the festival, and now breaking down. Also breaking down is a big effort. We're trying to keep the place, we're trying to leave the place cleaner than when we arrived here, one of the fine qualities of our festival program. But yeah, it's amazing how the devotees are working.
Friggin' scammer. No different than Guru Hari. He's no different than Guru Hari, and I stand by that. He's just as delusional. He's just as narcissistic. He's just as much a scammer and a con artist. He's just as much a scumbag, a douchebag, with his dancing, with his dancing, all that fucking bullshit, and his little rocks and his little pebbles, and his masturbating little pebbles with $500 oil from Chandi Chowk, and whatever the fuck he does, man. Nothing but scamming. He's nothing but taking money from poor Indians and putting it into his U.S. bank account. That's what he's doing. And the government of India should put a stop to it. They shouldn't let these friggin' scamming gurus go guru-paloozing around India, collecting donations from poor Indians, and then putting it in their U.S. bank accounts so he can invest it in whatever the fuck he's investing in, fucking a tablecloth business or a wine store, whatever the fuck. I'm telling you, man, these guys are nothing but scammers. All of them. All of them. Every single one of them. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get. I know. I'm trying to get caught up, man. Thanks for all the videos. I love them all. I love them all. Yeah, that was an old one, but it just shows you he's been pulling this scam for years. He's been doing this scam for years, man. It's been years and years of scamming, years and years. Let's see. What is this one? Oh, look, they got a rabbit. They pulled a rabbit out of their hat. Look at this. Friggin' nonsense. Fucking nonsense, I tell you. Out there just hustling money. Trying to get more money. Trying to get more money. That's it, man. Trying to get more money. Trying to get more money. What is this? Lalita Ganga, she has a necklace with a cross. Yeah, I know. It's fucking stupid. Yabba dabba do, man. Yeah. Yabba dabba do. Yabba dabba do. Absolutely. What do you think, Lord Lewis Black?
If you see somebody who's crazy and you don't realize they're crazy, then you're fucking crazy.
You're fucking crazy. Hey, you're fucking crazy. Okay. Speaking of crazy.
Holy Trinity, we surrendered and so do you understand now, Radhe? It brings me in this consciousness, it is by chanting.
Oh wait, Radhe's in there? Radhe asked her a question?
I start to become a little bit dement, not remembering names. It will come. Easy market stayed for a while, and then there is another one. But I think Mr. Stroh, he was in the beginning also like that. But he starts to become nice. But Gary, be careful with that one, because that's a Judas.
Oh, she's
He's
calling
going
everybody
from
out.
one side to the other. Yeah, that must be my daughter who's calling.
This is pretty funny.
I can't answer now. Yeah. Oh my Lord. So this is the drug that brings me in this trip. That brings me in this consciousness. So do you understand now, Radhe? It brings me in this consciousness, you know.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine taking lessons from this lady? Can you imagine like being? Can you imagine that you are listening to her, and she's gonna try and teach you something? Like if this woman is gonna try and teach, I'm beyond. I'm flabbergasted. Okay, you're like, do you understand? Do you understand, Radhe? Do you understand now? Do you understand me?
It is by chanting the holy name. It is by taking shelter with the sadhus and the saints when I call their names. When I say, for instance, I have a really beautiful bound with with the six Goswamis. That's why I immediately start to laugh. I'm laughing when I express their names.
And this is exactly what Prabhupada said not to do. This is exactly what I just read. Prabhupada says that these people think that they can have an intimate relationship with Mother Yashoda or Nanda Maharaj or the six Goswamis or Chaitanya, but they're not following anything. They're just scammers. Even Prabhupada, the biggest scammer on the planet, said that these people are scammers, okay? And she's admitting it right here. I mean, this is it. I don't have to. I don't. It's so stupid. You must be on drugs to get lessons from her. You hit the nail on the head, man. Truer words have never been spoken, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, you gotta be fucked up on some drugs to be listening to her and getting advice. It's too stupid. Oh my God. She's as batty as she's bats in the belfry, man. I'm telling you. She is as wacky. It is cuckoo's nest, man. It is cuckoo's nest. Tapasya, hello, that's true. You were initiated. Tapasya said, yeah, they were all nut jobs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're all nut jobs, every single one. And this woman is even worse. This woman's even worse, man.
Because they pull me to Vrindavan consciousness. I call Rupa. And he embraces me, and his embrace has the value of Vrindavan, you know. So, Rupa Sanatana, Raghunatha Bhakta Goswami, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami.
Like the six Goswamis would have anything to do with this laughing, blithering idiot. I'm telling you, the six Goswamis don't want anything to do with. They don't want anything to do with this woman. They don't want anything to do with this woman.
Nobody fucks with the Jesus.
Nobody fucks with the Jesus. It's so stupid. I'm telling you, it's just. That's so stupid.
Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami.
No! I can't take anymore.
All right, take shelter.
I've had it with you.
I can't take it anymore. I can't take any more of this nonsense. It's such bullshit. It's such nonsense with her blithering or laughing and giggling and crying. It is absolutely. Seriously, she needs to be locked up. And it's all because of this Gorahari dude. I'm telling you, man. It's so stupid. Yeah, you mentioned earlier. Yeah, Brooklyn Temple, 1970. Yeah, good. Hey, good to meet you, man. I'm glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here, buddy. You're an old timer. You're an old timer like the devotees that I met when I first joined. Radhakunda, Bir Lakshman, Janardana, Sri Maya, Chaitanya Ballava. I can't remember some of the other ones that these old devotees that I met, and they all joined around 70, 71, 72. Yashoda Nandan, he joined 68, 69. So yeah, I'm honored to have you here, man. I'm not gonna bow down and touch your feet or nothing. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not touching your feet, but I'm glad you stopped by. Really, hit the like, share, subscribe. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button, man. Yeah. Hey, so you're like the same age as my brother. You're like my brother's age. Yeah, but Gorahari is so special. He's so special that.
Well, isn't that special?
Isn't that special? Yeah, I bet he's got some stories, man. I bet he's got some stories for sure. I like the philosophy, but in the day, yeah, I was into the philosophy too, man. I thought I'd found a really cool philosophy that was, ancient and, historic and because I was really into history, really into other cultures and Greek mythology and stuff like that. So I really found it fascinating, the whole, the philosophy and the books and the Bhagavad Gita, and I was really fascinated with the whole thing, man, for 20 years. For 20 years. Fucked me up for 20 years. Yeah, well, the six Goswamis didn't act like that. The six Goswamis weren't laughing and crying and giggling and doing. Where is the record of the six Goswamis or any of the associates of Lord Chaitanya doing this? No. We don't hear stories of the six Goswamis sitting around and laughing and giggling and having ecstatic symptoms like this, doing this.
To read and whoops, I'm flying, I'm gone, I'm there, I'm in another state. And then I remember what happened the other time when I was with them, when I was with Radhe, when I was with Krishna. I remember that state and I feel it again.
Tell me that's not mental illness. She thinks this is what Prabhupada is saying. Prabhupada is saying, don't sit there when you don't know what a Brahmin thread is and think that you can remember your pastimes with Radha and Krishna. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you got how stupid do you got to be? I mean, you got to not have never read a fucking verse to believe this bullshit. And this is what this Gorahari is teaching her, that anything that you make up in your mind and you can call it a dream or you can call it a whatever is real. It's real, it's factual, it's bullshit. This is bullshit. Hey, you're welcome, man. Hey, you're welcome, buddy. She was probably way more normal before these crazy. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think she's got some issues. She said she's had some issues, but this is not making it better, man. This is not making it better. I went a few dozen times, but checked out fast. Good for you. Good for you, man. they can't remember anything they say because they're so spiritual. They don't know, you know. She acts like she's in ecstatic symptoms and she's crying and she's talking about Rupa Goswami and she remembers this and that, but she doesn't know Bhagavad Gita. She doesn't know Bhagavatam. She doesn't know Nectar of Devotion. She doesn't know any of this shit. All she knows is that Gora Hari has filled her head with a bunch of bullshit. And when she realizes that it's bullshit, that's when the mental breakdown is going to happen. Like with Radhe. Radhe's like, I'm out of here. But she can't get out. Yeah, that's what I love about this is that we get all kinds in here. I mean, I didn't know. I had no idea, Rafal, I had no idea that you would come in here, and you were one of the first ones to come in here, and you're like, I was with Indra Yumna, and I was with Hugh Turvey, and I'm just like, wow, you know, I thought, me hanging out with you Shodanandan for 12 years was something, but, you know, you came along, and you're like, no, I know all of these guys. I grew up Paluzin with them and all this stuff, you know, and Don, and even like, you know, Jolene, she just blabbers a lot of hot. Yeah, they all do. They all they all do, man. Jolene and Jenna Morton. I mean, that's why I'm saying a lot of you, a lot of us, we are ex-devotees and we know what we're talking about. I mean, you can't fool us. Bring back Sanitarius for the bad. You know, you could turn Camarillo into a Krishna temple. You could put all of Alachua right there in Camarillo, and it'll log them all. It'll log them all up, man. I'm telling you, just take the Hare Krishna sign down and put mental hospital up, and you don't have to do anything. Just fence it off, and there you go. And just rename it from New Dwarka to Camarillo to State Mental Hospital. She does. She needs to relocate, you know, and then they sit there and they laugh and they go, they think we're crazy. Yeah, because you are crazy. They sit there and go, well, everyone thinks we're crazy. Yeah, we do. The whole world does.
You know, it's working so nicely, so special. It is so extremely special. That is what Chaitanya brought. And then you know.
You don't know what Chaitanya brought. Don't sit there and act like you know what Chaitanya brought. You don't know anything about Chaitanya. All you know is what this douchebag is telling you. This where is he? This guy. Doesn't know anything about Lord Chaitanya's mission or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission or the six Goswami. She doesn't know anything about that. Hey, she was just talking about you. She was just talking about you, man. She said I don't know, man. She put the finger on you. You better watch it. Yeah, Rafal is got the inside. He's got insider information. He's definitely got insider information. I know, absolutely, and that's one of the things that a spiritual leader or a guru ma should not be doing. They shouldn't be judging people. You should have compassion. You should have compassion for the fallen souls. You should have love for all the living entities. You shouldn't be judging people and calling them stupid and calling them, the Vaidhi Bhaktis are this and that and everybody. And that's what I'm saying. That's what she's learning. That's what she's learning from these people and from these books, is to be judgmental and hateful and disdain and spiteful and so many negative qualities. And they want to act like they're so spiritually advanced. That's what I'm saying. It's all it's just a scam and a bunch of BS. I mean, it really is. I mean, when I do these deep dives, man, we get down to the bottom of it, is just a big fucking turd in your hand. A big fucking turd in your hand. I believe in God, but at times I wonder if he did exist, because how can God allow so much suffering and horrible events to happen to someone? Absolutely. I mean, I think it's human nature. Our brains are designed to want there to be a God, because our brains just want things to make sense. That's why jokes work. That's why puzzles, people are fascinated with puzzles. People want things to make sense. They want order. They want, if you do something wrong, there's a punishment for it. If there's day and then there's night, and it comes. It's not like it's random. People's brain, we want things to make sense, and when things don't make sense, our brains can't handle it. And it tries to say, well, it tries to make sense when it doesn't make sense. It looks at a cloud and goes, that looks like a dog. That looks like a face. There's a face in the moon. Hey, there's Jesus on a piece of toast. All these, our brains are constantly doing that. So our brain wants there to be a God. That makes sense to our brain. Can go, yeah. But it doesn't really make sense. So our brain is tuned that way. So it's natural, it's human nature to say, I wonder if there's really a God, or I wonder if there really isn't a God. Like, I don't know. I go back and forth, because our brains are like, no, there is a God, but everything else says no. So our brains are fucking. That's normal. It's normal. It's not irrational to have doubts about anything. It just makes sense. But religion and cults, they want your normal, natural human nature to have doubts, have questions, as being demonic, being wrong, being evil, of the devil. That's why they're so quick. These people are so quick to call us demons and the devil and rascals and this and that and Prabhupada and the material and Maya and this and that. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel superior and good. And in their minds it makes sense. It makes sense in their minds that we're demons. If they're good, we have to be demons. That's how the brain works. If it's not day, it's night. If it's not night, it's day. So if they're good, then we got to be bad. Mike's got to be a demon. If Gora Hari is a pure devotee and he's talking to God, well then Mike has got to be a demon. There's no other explanation for it. That's how fucking foolish these people are, how stupid these people are.
Aha, this is what it means to be saved. George, smart enough to get out of the cult like others. No, George didn't go out of the cult. Now you are speculating again. George is still a Vaidhi who visits our Sangha regularly, but he did not go out of the cult or anything. No. He was not really involved with our Sangha like us, but we have a lot of well-wishers, of course, as well, who are not in the core of the group, but more a little bit like a well-wisher. So who said that he's out of the cult like others? No. And Pani said something remarkable that actually Guru Maharaj said as well. Those who have left here, they never become atheists. They are going to do something else, but they still are seeking for God. And why do they leave here? Because the purification is kind of heart. From the moment you become ecstatic, then the purification starts. Not
No.
before,
No.
but from the
No.
moment.
No. She's got it all backwards. Prabhupada doesn't say you become ecstatic, you have ecstatic symptoms first, and then the purification starts. No, Prabhupada does not say that. We just read where Prabhupada says you gotta be purified first, then the ecstatic symptoms come. That's why I'm saying these people don't know what they're talking about. They'll say whatever the fuck they want to say, that they don't know. We know. We actually know. I actually know. And I actually surprise myself when I hear them say shit that's wrong and I know the truth of what Prabhupada says. I'm like, how the fuck do I still know that? How the fuck do I, like, that shit has not left my brain. The fact that I still know shit from Prabhupada's books to defeat these people after 14 years of not being in this shit, that surprises me altogether. Okay, I was gonna throw that out there. That I'm surprised. I surprise myself sometimes. But if you know it, you know it. It's no mystery. They want to make it out like it's a mystery. Ain't no mystery. Yeah, Mike is right. We should have compassion as a human quality. I think we should, and I have compassion for these people. They're stuck in a cult. I call her hot lips, and I call the guy a douchebag, whatever. But I'm a dumb comedian. I'm not no guru. I'm just a dumb comedian, and I'm trying to be. I'm trying to do this, educate people, expose this shit, and have a good time, and be a little entertaining. I'm trying to be a stuffed up anti-cult guy. I'm trying to have some fun. We're trying to have some fun here, and absolutely, that's what I've been saying. I've been saying that for over 2 years now. This cult will make you mentally insane. Cults cause mental illness. They cause mental illness. What do you say? They spent decades preaching that the material world is a temporary illusion, right up until it was time to negotiate the title deeds to the temple properties. Yeah, and ain't Maya. That ain't Maya. Okay, everything else is Maya. The temples ain't Maya. See, they've always got an excuse. They've always got this way out. They always got this way out. Like Prabhupada. When I get angry, it's transcendental anger. Really? Really? What do you think of that, church lady?
Well, isn't that special?
Well, isn't that special? What about this? Is this transcendental?
Fucker, man. You're fucked up. Motherfucker, man. Fucker, man. You're a fucking prick and asshole. I hate your fucking blasphemy, Prabhu.
He hates my blasphemy of Prabhupada. He's the blasphemer. What is this? Let me see if I get another one here. What do we got? I don't know what this is.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Yeah, it's like what if I chant a mantra with a guitar and I'm leaning up against a car? Nobody's done that yet, right? And they're like, hey, you're right. No one's done that. Let's do that. We'll make a video. You chanting, playing the guitar, and you're leaning up against a car. Oh, wait a minute. Is it a red car? Because they did a blue car. Okay, we'll do a red car. Okay, red car. It sounds good. Let's do red car.
Hare Rama, Hare
Hey, you know what? We did it with the red car. It's exactly like the video we did with the blue car, only this time it's red. I mean, I don't know what. How about if I stand on a ladder and I'm overlooking the Grand Canyon and I'm playing a kazoo and I'm chanting the Maha Mantra? Has anyone done that yet? No one's done that yet. Okay, let's go to the Grand Canyon. I'll get on a ladder and I'll play the kazoo and I'll chant the Maha Mantra. Okay, let's do that.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.
Hey, guess what? You standing on a ladder overlooking the Grand Canyon, chanting the Hare Krishna mantra with a kazoo, that's exactly like the red car with the guitar, which is exactly like the blue car, which is exactly like the video when you're sitting on the bus stop. And that's exactly like the one when you're in Times Square. And that's exactly like it's always the same shit. It's the same shit. It doesn't matter. It's stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Hey, Eliana, good to see you. Hope your dad's doing good. Hope your dad's doing good. You came in late. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch on the replay. Please watch on the replay and like, share, and subscribe. This has been a pretty good live stream, I have to say. Yeah, it takes an extraordinary level of spiritual realization to renounce all worldly desires while simultaneously ensuring your luxury SUV has excellent climate control for the preaching tour. Yeah, I'm going to renounce all worldly possessions and worldly desires, but meanwhile, I'm going to go guru paloozing around the world for about 6 months out of the year, 8 months out of the year. Make it 10 months out of the year. I'm going to do Europe, and then I'm going to do North America. Then I'm going to go to India. I'm a guru palooza around India. I'll go guru palooza up in Rishikesh, and then, go to Varanasi. I'll go down south. I'll go to Salem, where my buddy Bhakti Vikash is. I'll go over to Mayapur, Vrindavan, of course. Then maybe go back to Rishikesh for a second trip, and then maybe I'll head over to Australia, Sydney, Melbourne, do that thing. Hey, then maybe I'll go to, Kuala Lumpur, and maybe I'll head over to, I don't know, Japan, Tokyo, maybe. I don't know. And, who knows where I'll go. I'll just wherever the wind takes me, I'll just go, but why should I, I'm not going to pin myself down. I don't want to I'm not going to, I don't want to make any, iron tight plans. I'm just going to, wherever the current happens to go, I'll go. That's but you know what? I don't have any worldly desires, though. All my worldly desires, I gave them all up when I started guru paloozing. How convenient. How convenient was that? I mean, isn't that special? That's pretty special.
That special.
That's pretty special. Oh, my goodness. Why is Hot Lips dressed so sexily? Well, she's got she's serving her guru. Where did she go? Where did she go? Here we go. She's serving her guru. She's serving her guru. It's so funny.
But you receive the mercy, then you start to then that spirit starts to work inside of you very strongly.
So where did she get that idea that you get ecstatic first and then the spirit starts working inside of you and then you get purified? I'm really curious, where did she learn that from? Because if she didn't learn that from Prabhupada's books.
And it's not always very easy, No, nothing same scam of hyper control. No, there is no hyper control. Like we said so many times, scam. Guru Maharaj lives in Mexico now. He goes live on his phone or on his computer. I live in Belgium. Radhe lives in Belgium. Freddy lives in Belgium. Jan lives in Belgium. The deaf man that you guys say, Jan lives in Belgium. Francis lives in Belgium. Radhe, Francis, Jan, Freddy, and me. All 5 of us, we live in Belgium. Sim lives in Holland, close to Belgium. Haridas lives in Germany. Nobody in France. George lives in Germany as well. Pani and Noodles and Govinda live in UK. Emmon lives in UK. So many people of Europe here, these kinds, yeah. And then the others are living close, not that far. Janaki lives in United States, in California. And we had others. We had Yamuna, who left the body. She lived in UK. Ivo, who lived in Belgium, left the body. He was also a member. Rangaleka, he also left the body. He was always also a member. And Sachi she lived in the United States, in Arizona. She also left the body.
Well, it sounds like this. It sounds like this cult is deadly. It is a death cult. It's actually a death cult. That's what it sounds like to me. What is the difference between Gaudiya Math and ISKCON? Well, the difference is ISKCON is Prabhupada and Gaudiya Math is Prabhupada's godbrother. Prabhupada's godbrothers, Sridhar and whoever, Sridhar and Ban Maharaj and I forget the other one's name. And Prabhupada said to stay away from them. So you're either with Prabhupada or you're with them. Some people want to be, they want to be, hey, I'm everywhere. I'm everything all the time, everywhere with everybody. But Prabhupada, that was not Prabhupada. Prabhupada wasn't like, hey, just everybody do everything anytime, everywhere. No. Prabhupada was like, no, So that's basically it, okay? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why it's a scam. It's just a big scam. It's just a big friggin' scam. It's just a big friggin' scam. Yeah, that guy, he's another scammer. These guys are all scammers, man. I'm telling you. You can kind of tell when, that they're in it for the scam. He thinks he's so gangster. Yeah, it's so funny. That's so funny. Oh man, he's gangster. Look, he's gangster Swami. He's gangster Swami. Look at that. He gave up the desire for the car. That's not his car. He's ghetto fabulous. He's ghetto fabulous. He's ghetto Swami. He's ghetto Maharaj. He's ghetto Maharaj. Bhakta ghetto. Bhakta ghetto. That's too funny. Yeah, I know. That Prabhupada, he's a little stinky Indian man. He's just a little stinky Indian man. That's all he is, man. That was my favorite one. I know. It is. It is. It's bhakti for knuckleheads, man. It's bhakti for knuckleheads. That's exactly what I think of. When I think of these guys, when I think of these guys, that's what exactly I think of this. Just a bunch of friggin' Three Stooges, man. It's like the Three Stooges go to India. That's what I like. Have you ever seen that one? The Three Stooges where he's like, Maha. He's like, Maha. Uh-huh. So funny. That's the best one. If I can find that, I'll show it for you. I'll get a copyright, but I'll find it. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Where is it? You guys want to see it? It's so funny. It's the Three Stooges. The Three Stooges go to India. Well, they don't go to India, but it's all right. I'm gonna show it. It's so funny. Let me find it. Let me find the right one first.
Powerful is moving in the invisible. Since the day.
Your Excellency, these men bring rare gifts. Allow me to present the Raja of...
Kanasi.
Oh! And his interpreter,
The Jinn of Rummy. Oh. Can we dispense with the formalities and make with the gifts? Oh, yes, the gifts. Sit down. You have a pen. Come on. Up. Back around. What priceless gifts does the Raja bring? Gifts? Yes. We shall see. Maha.
aha,
You like to speak that?
I like to talk that.
Razbanya Syati Benefucha Timini Haronja, that, how do you say, that pickle puss? Yeski, what did you fatsaik? You got it.
Nyatching.
Nothing? Yux? Oh, boy. The Maha.
Aha, Rasbani Shati Benefucha.
That's Gorahari and his knuckleheads. Maha. Aha. Oh, my God. That's it, man. I'm telling you, man. Hare Krishna, Hu Akbar. Oh, man. I gotta do something, man. I'm back on stage, literally say Hari Om. Yeah, Hari Om, man. Hari Om. Does anybody recognize Hari Om? You guys recognize Hari Om there? If you've ever been to Vrindavan, you may have stopped at Hari Om, man. That's my favorite place. Yeah, Hridayananda, he's another one. They all are. That's the thing, man, is that they're all doing something. And they're all doing something. It's just a big scam. It's just a big freaking scam, man. She learns everything. Yeah, she learns everything from Fozzie Bear, man. She learns everything from Fozzie Bear. She learns how to say, fuck you. And she learns how to call everybody Vaidhi Bhaktis. She thinks she's Guru Ma. Hot Lips learned the opposite from Little Willie. Yeah, giggity gory. I know, it's so stupid. Man. I can't. I seriously, man. It's. It's just too funny. It's just, sometimes I just can't take it.
I can't take anymore. I've had it with you.
She learns everything from Baba Yogi Bear. I know. It's so funny, man. Yeah, he thinks and that's what they all do. With this Indra Yumna does this dancing on stage like he's saving the world with his two-step. He's doing his little two-step, and mercy is raining down on him. It's like coming down, and he's spreading it around. It's so fucking, it's cringe, okay? It's so fucking cringe. It's cringe. He thinks he's saving Mike. I know. That's how narcissistic he is. He thinks he's saving all of us. He thinks he thinks he's saving the world, but meanwhile, he's doing this.
Quiet. The Raja says that he is a bearer of a rare jewel, known as the...
A ruby. A ruby as large as a turkey's egg.
The ruby de lollipopskia.
It's raspberry.
What fire! I have many pigeon blood rubies, but never have I been given the raspberry. What other rarity does the Raja have for me?
He had some bubble gum, but I think he swallowed it. But we shall see what we shall see.
Maha. Aha. Hello, doll. Hello.
Maha, aha. That's Gorahari right there. Maha, aha. Lolita and Gorahari right there having a deep discussion about Raganuga Bhakti. That's having a conversation about Raganuga Bhakti right there. These two. That's so stupid. It's so stupid. Yeah, Prabhupada's own wife left him and took Diksha and refuge in his god brother. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. It's so, it's so funny, man. Oh, it's so funny. What is the scam? Do they get paid for talks? Do you think they? I don't even understand. I don't even understand the question. I don't even understand it. Penny Maharaj making a gangster video on a red car. I know, it is so stupid. It's just so stupid. Hansaduta thought he was a gang. Yeah, he had all the guns. He was running drugs and booze and I don't know what. He was a drunk. Hansaduta was a drunk. He thought he was a gangster. He had all these guns. And he's shooting up places. He went to jail. I mean, it's just insanity, okay? Is this mental illness insanity? Boys to brahmachari. That was so funny. Boys to brahmachari. Oh, man. The three Maharaj stooges. Maha. Yeah, yeah, you know, these guys will. Well, we know that Prabhupada. I'm speechless. I know, it's so funny. Maha, aha. It's so great. It's so great, man. Isn't it great? It's so good. It's so good. Lord Chaitanya's three stooges, the six ghost stooges. The six ghost stooges is what it is. All right. Hari Om, you've been there. Hari Om is great, man. I love Hari Om. Now it's all nice. Look at it. It's all nice. I remember when it was like, it was like street food, okay? It was like street food. It was street food. Yeah, he was. I got a picture of that on the opening. I got that opening of him doing that. Yeah, it's too funny. Hey, I'm going to call it quits for tonight. This has been so much fun. I hope you all learned something about Raganuga Bhakti and that this bullshit that Gorahari's doing, Prabhupada was against it. He was against it 100%. And if he was against it 100%, why the fuck would he come to this guy in a dream? Explain that to me. Explain that. Explain to me why Prabhupada would put in his books that what Gorahari's doing is wrong and bullshit, and then he's going to come to Gorahari in a dream? Fuck that. That's why I know this guy's a scumbag. What are you saying? I've heard that quote from Hansaduta. Yeah, I've heard that a couple places too. Hey, Guru Mom, I love all your followers too. Everybody, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. This has been so much fun. I hope you learned something about Raganuga Bhakti. Raganuga Bhakti. I hope you learned something about Lalita Ganga. I hope you learned something about this Gorahari. I hope you learned something about these stupid followers of his, how dangerous this is, the kind of damage that this does to people like Radhe and anybody else that was in there. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share, and subscribe. Please share these videos, man. I hope you guys can share at least one of these videos somewhere. Stick it somewhere. Don't stick it there, but stick it somewhere. And yeah, that's class is over. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for all being here, man. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. This is the best platform for ex-devotees. This is the only platform for ex-devotees. And yeah, let's see if we get some more devotees in here. We got Tapasya from New York, from the Brooklyn Temple. Tapasya, man, absolutely, man. Thanks for stopping by. Please come back, Dr. T. Come back, return again. I know there's a lot of devotees out there that would love to come and join in. They just don't know that we're here. They don't know we're here, and I want everyone to know that we're here so that people who want to join can join. Let me get my sounds going here. Somebody says something about, are we clear? Yes, we're clear.
Are we clear? Yes, sir. Are we clear?
So everybody, please have a great day, great night, great morning, great afternoon, great evening. If you're hungry, have a great brunch. Please have some great luck. Please stay out of a cult. And for all you people that don't know who I am, for the first time watching on the replay, you're like, who is this guy? I was a Hare Krishna for 20 years. And now is the time when you get to see me when I was a Hare Krishna. So you know I'm not full of shit. You know I'm telling the truth. So thanks, everybody. Till next time.
He believes in nothing, Labolkin, nothing.
I'm just a dreamer, but you are just a dream.
I'm smart, not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Just walk away. There's been too much violence, too much pain. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror. Just walk away.